Hi, friends, and welcome back to that Four-Eyed Black Girl Bree podcast. If you're listening, hi, how are you? My name is Brianna. If you're watching, welcome. My name is Brianna. So nice to meet you guys. I am a mother. I'm a mother. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister, cousin, and I'm also a friend. So please feel free to consider me one of your besties if you want. Come on in the room, guys. We're going to be talking about some topics that have been on my mind and thinking that, since these are topics that, we don't really talk about on a day-to-day basis, I thought I'd be the one to kind of just dive into those topics, give you guys some gems that have been given to me, and just let you guys know that if you need a friend, I'm here. Now, of course, if you watched my first episode, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't, click out of this one and go listen or watch the first one. Really highly recommend. I've gotten a lot of good feedback from it, so thank you all so much for the feedback. It really means a lot to me. Please keep on giving me the feedback. And also, while you're at it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, also share. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please go ahead and leave a review. I'm always looking to hear what you guys have to say. It really does mean a lot to me that I just have people that are interested in what I have to say, and hopefully this could be something that could help you along the way. Now, I'm not the next Oprah or anything, but my mission in life is to, just share what my thoughts are, to hopefully help someone in giving them the gems that I've come across and that people have given to me, in hopes that it'll help you or help that one person. If I can at least help one person, that's enough for me. And I hope that what you guys take away from this is something valuable and content that you want to see more of. Now, full disclaimer, I am not in any way whatsoever a counselor, therapist, life coach. I am simply just a girl next door, just coming on here and spreading love and acceptance. All right, so last week I had a bun. I had a bun. Today I'm rocking braids. Girl had to get the hair done. Also my nails too. Nails are different. Had a little bit of a self-care week. Just took some time and, for me and did some things for me. So really therapeutic to do self-care. I think it's really good to just take time out of your week to do something for you. And that's what I did. Don't really always have self-care moments like this, but whenever I do, I take the time to really just take care of me. In the next coming episodes, I'll share what I've been doing as far as how I've been taking care of myself, because you have to start with you. If you don't take care of yourself, then how else are you supposed to take care of others around you? So that's my focus, is making sure that I'm taking care of myself and being here to just spread love, joy, peace, and give you guys gems that I've been given. All right, so grab your wine. Well, today I have my Coke, but if you have wine, grab it, get a snack. We're going to dive in. This is going to be a really sensitive topic. Had to really take some time to think about, what I wanted to share and provide some examples of what we're going to be talking about today. So full disclosure, if some of what I might be talking about to you is triggering, or you don't feel comfortable with listening to what I have to say or watching me speak, please go ahead and jump out of the video. I fully understand your mental health is so important to me. Right in. So, one of the things that I'm sure all of us are struggling with is shame. Shame is it's uh it's hard, and it's not something that we always talk about, but it's something that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I believe we get a lot of our misconceptions with shame based on, guilt and the difference, in resonating more with the guilt rather than the shame. But I wanted to share with you something that I found very valuable in, knowing the difference between guilt and shame. Guilt is an action or a behavior that, that goes against, our beliefs, our values, and also our ethics as well. Whereas shame focuses on the actual being of us, who we perceive ourselves to be based on what people have said we are. For example, people saying, I'm walking down the street and, someone just so happens to say, oh my gosh, she looks fat, in these leggings and in this shirt. And you acknowledge what they're saying, and it resonates with you in a sense of, oh my gosh, I do look fat in these. What can I do to change that? Of course, working out. So you work at it to ensure that, if you look fat in a certain outfit, you go to the gym, eat healthy, do what you need to do in order to fit perfectly into your leggings, your shirt, maybe a dress. That's something that you recognize as a behavior that you can change within yourself. Whereas shame is based on the actual perception of how other people view you. And therefore, if this is how they see me, then I am. Another example, I'll use me for example. Growing up, I was, raised in a single parent home. It was just me, my mom, and my twin. I do have two older siblings, but by that time, life had already began for them, and they were developing their own relationships and everything like that. But it was me and my twin. I have a twin brother. If you don't know, his name is Brian, and of course he's a boy. We're fraternal twins, and I've always been looked at as the chubby one. Whereas they always used to tell, my brother was always skin and bones, and they always, said, why is Brian so skinny? He's so skinny. And, me, I'm fat. I'm gaining weight. I need to, start eating more healthier and whatnot. Being ingrained with, I have to work out because I have this, because of this stomach that I have this pooch. Why do I have this pooch? I need to do better at, working that off, working out and getting that weight off. And I'm too thick. Why am I thick? Why are you eating this? It's making you fat. Stop it. Or, for example, or another example, another family member of mine, every time I went down to visit, my family down in Arkansas for, holidays, it would be that one family member that would always greet us, say, hi, how are you? And literally look at me and say, look at that ugly girl. She is so ugly. But laugh it off as it is a joke, because he felt that even though even though he was saying that, it was, doing the reverse psychology of just because I'm saying, you're actually beautiful, you're not ugly. But they never acknowledged that reverse psychology. And that could be damaging as a child. To be called fat, to be called ugly. Hearing that consistently over a span of 18 years is damaging. And it becomes so consuming that you do things to try to change the narrative. So, for example, I used to practice bulimia. And I did that in an act of anger. Because whenever my mom and I would have these arguments to where they were negative in a way that they were triggering, I would throw up her food that she would eat. And I would feel shame because, oh my goodness, I'm wasting all this food. This is, all this money that my mom is always talking about she worked hard for. And, now I'm, we're having this argument and, she's, saying I need to do this, I need to do that more. And it's causing me to rebel. And, she's not understanding, my depression and my anxiety. And I just want her to get it. And I want her to leave me alone. And it caused so much turmoil that I really questioned, myself, my worth. I never believed I was beautiful. It was always because I was always told I was ugly. I never thought I was going to be this perfect Barbie doll because I was always told I was fat. Now, I know some of the people that are watching are like, no, you're not. You're not ugly. You're beautiful. Yes, I know. I hear it a lot. But sometimes I don't believe it. And that's okay. Because I'm pretty sure everyone else has days where they don't feel like they're beautiful at all. I mean, come on. How many times have you actually, how many times has a girl, and you guys know what I'm talking about, especially a Black girl, but how many of you have went to bed with the bonnet on, make sure you wash your face, brush your teeth, did all that A, B, and C, go to bed, and then when you wake up, the bonnet's off, the bonnet is off, and you see, your hair that, you've got done is just in a total disarray. And you go to the bathroom and you look a hot ass mess. I mean, come on. We're going to have moments where we don't feel our best. And that's okay. It's okay to have moments where you're not okay. If we don't have moments like that, then that doesn't make us human. That doesn't make us who we are. And I'm here to tell you right now that you may feel like you're ugly. You may believe you may believe you are ugly. You may believe you are not in the perception that you may not be the society's perception of what a woman should look like. You may not have that hourglass shape, or you may not have that booty. You may not have those tits. You may not have like the perfect, face. But that's okay. Part of accepting who you are is finding ways to love yourself for just who you are. And it's taken me a while. I love myself. I can honestly say I love myself. Are there days where I don't love myself? Of course. There are days where I find myself disgusting. There are, like, I promise you, there are days where I feel disgusting. And my boyfriend will probably, like, he can probably attest to this. Like, this girl is disgusting. But I know he loves me. I know he loves me. And I know he loves me for me. And I love that he loves me for me. I love that I'm around people that have acceptance for who I am. And that's what I do. I surround myself with people that know me in and out, that know me in and out, that know the real Bree, and they accept me for who I am. Now, there are going to be times where I'm around people that don't have that acceptance and find ways to trigger me. In those moments, you have to find a way to navigate through that and knowing that, okay, trigger, who do I need to call? Who do I, who can I go to? Or how can I process this in a way that it's healthy for me and it's productive for me? Part of what I do is, I talk to someone. Other times I write down my thoughts, giving myself a space to release any self-doubt that I may have about myself. It's hard. Sometimes you may not have someone, you trust that you can go to, who knows your deep, dark thoughts and fears and frustrations. But I can be that person for you if you need me. I can. You're not alone. There are people that feel certain ways, that feel certain things, that believe certain things. Yes, I'm fat. I've accepted that, but I can do something about it. Because if it's something for your health, then yes, by all means, do it. But just accept where you're at. Accept where your chips lie. Or accept where the pieces fall. Have acceptance for that. Because the sooner you have acceptance for that, you're able to move on and find healing. I'm still healing till this day. Yes, I'm overweight, but I have acceptance for that. I accept that. Can I do something about it? Yeah, I can. But I'm not doing it out of guilt. I want to do it for me. Just like people calling me ugly. I don't believe I'm ugly, but I did believe it at one point. I don't believe that anymore. Because I have acceptance for me. Are there ugly parts about me? Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Do I have ugly traits, characteristics about myself? Oh yeah. Most definitely. I'm pretty sure there is not a single person on this earth that can literally say that they have perfection written all over them. If you don't feel your best, if you don't look your best, there are ways to, change it. But have acceptance. Have acceptance. And start healing. And know that I'm here for you if you need me. I want to also highly recommend this book right here. I know I'm like giving you, like, this is the second book I'm giving you guys, but I'm telling you this one is actually worth it too. It's called I Thought It Was Just Me, but it wasn't. This is by Brené Brown. I will link this book down in the description box below. I highly recommend you guys read it. It'll definitely give you guys more in-depth understanding of what shame is, how to navigate through that, find acceptance for it, and encouraging others to move past their shame. Providing empathy instead of sympathy. If you provide empathy and saying, I get it, I understand, I'm here for you, it helps others who have shame about certain aspects of their life to know that they're not alone and that they can go to you and can talk to you. Once you're able to navigate through that shame and overcome it, one day you can pass that along to someone else. I have always believed that because someone else has told me something, therefore it must be true. Something about me that it must be true. Now, I mean, there are other things about me that, I'm shameful of, that I'm working through. I'm not proud of it. But I've acknowledged parts of who I am and what I can do to change it. And if I don't want to change it, if I don't feel the need to change it, then that's totally fine. As long as you've acknowledged it and you've moved past that. It may still be a trigger for you at times, but those triggers become less. And trust me, there are still triggers to this day. There's a lot in here that I'm still working through. But I've found healing in acceptance. I found healing in the validity of what I'm going through. And I found peace. I've removed myself from certain aspects I've removed things or people out of my life in order to start that healing process, to find peace, to find acceptance. Because if I didn't do that, I would still be in the same turmoil that I would be in. And it feels so great. It feels so great to learn that you have the power to remove certain obstacles in your life without having any fear. I had so much fear. So much. Because most of my validation came from my family. Most of what I was taught and I believed came from my family. Do I still hold some of those values and those core values? Of course I do. But it's not something that I'm passing on to my child. It's not something that I'm passing on to her. At least I hope. I hope not. Am I perfect? No. I may slip up and I may say something, that I don't believe to be true about my child, but I come back and I acknowledge what I've said. I apologize and repair and work on repairing that. Also, I instill positive reinforcements in my child. And I let her know every day that she's loved. Every day. I know at times it could be daunting and, she, is getting to that age where she's like, oh my gosh, Mom, come on. And I'm just like, I need, I have to say it. I need her to know. I don't belittle her. I try not to. I try not to. I try not to. I'm not perfect. But I do provide positive enforcers to instill in her that she's beautiful, that she's smart, that she's capable of anything, and that she's a good kid. I never once have said that my child is bad, because I don't want her to think she's a bad kid. My child is a good kid. She is good. It's not because I know it. It's because I believe it. Providing that positive influence, instilling that in my child, is what I want to be able for her to carry on to the next generation. And knowing that she had a parent that loved her so much, that provided her so much stability and capability in her life, that she's able to believe that she's smart, beautiful, and capable of anything. I was never told enough as a child that I was loved. Was it shown? Yes, of course. But it was rarely spoken. But I understood that I was loved. I understood it. And I was shown it. I was. But I also know that there were things that were said. There were things that were, learned behaviors that were also detrimental to me and my well-being. But I'm here to tell you that any generational curses, or any, preconceived notions about, who you are is a lie. Feed yourself with positivity. Feed yourself with things that give you joy, that give you peace. Because that's what I want for you. Because I believe that you are smart, that you are beautiful, and that you guys are capable of anything. I would love to hear you guys in the comments. Let me know if there's any type of shame that you've dealt with. How have you navigated through it? I can't talk today, guys. I want to know. And if you're still working on your shame, just know that you're not alone. And if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. This is genuine here. I'm all about genuine. All right, guys, that's all the time I have for you guys today. Please, please, please subscribe, like, share, comment. Also leave a review if you're listening to this podcast. Until next time, please look after yourself and know that your mental health to me matters. Until next time, bye guys.